Tonight's international football returns to Lansdowne Road at the Aviva Stadium. It's a big night for Ireland, and to celebrate, they've invited Argentina to be their special guests. Almost 4 years after they left Lansdowne Road for their borrowed home at Croke Park, the Republic are back, and they would hardly recognise it. Spectacular new surroundings here, and what a game to mark the start of a new era. Meeting for the first time in 12 years, the Republic face Argentina, live in high definition for the first time on Sky Sports HD1 and Sky Sports 1. And leading Ireland tonight is Marco Tardelli, standing in for Giovanni Trapattoni, who remains in a Dublin hospital. But we understand he's had a successful operation this afternoon. He's sitting up, smiling, and watching us here on Sky Sports. We wish him well. No Diego Maradona with Argentina, but we do have two World Cup winners. Tardelli, a winner in '82, Sergio Batista, a winner in '86, and he's effectively on trial before Maradona's permanent replacement is named later in the year. But tonight is Robbie's night. Ireland's greatest ever goalscorer makes it to 100 caps here this evening, becoming just the fourth Irishman to do so. 43 goals in that time. Second on that list, Niall Quinn, 22 goals behind. And a new strike partner for Robbie Keane this evening. Cillian Sheridan makes his full debut, replacing Kevin Doyle. Keith Fahey in for Liam Lawrence. Derby's Paul Green gets a third cap in midfield. And two of the Centurions as well, Shay Given and the left-back Kevin Kilban, who both reached the milestone last year. Kilban's job, stopping this fella. The best player on the planet is here this evening, and maybe a once-in-a-lifetime chance for the people of Dublin to glimpse his talents for themselves. Strong Argentinian side as well. Talents from Real Madrid, Inter Milan, Liverpool and, of course, Barcelona. 8 of these players started the World Cup quarter-final against Germany. So the World Cup is forgotten, France is forgotten, Thierry Henry is forgiven. All right, we can't go quite that far, can we? But the start of a bright new era for Irish football this evening in a brand new home. 3 Centurions on the pitch, another one here in the studio this evening. Steve Staunton, the other very proud member of that 100 club. Very good evening to you, Steve. It's not bad, is it?
Not bad, it's fantastic. Just looking at it there, you know, coming in, what a stadium. You know, any player in the world would love to play in a stadium like this. It's just spectacular.
Does it make it that bit more special? Because it is a special home now for the football side. It's not a temporary home anymore.
Well, it's our home. It's our home. I think the atmosphere here is going to be electric. It's going to, the old Lansdowne roar, I'm sure they'll get that going again. And hopefully we continue with that great, proud home record we've got.
The only other problem, I suppose, if there is a problem to a stadium like this, is it not quite as rusty as the old surroundings. Will opposition teams enjoy coming here that little bit more?
Well, I think so. If you're a footballer of any calibre, you'd love to play on a pitch like that. I mean, look at that. It's like a carpet. You know, you could go out and play bowls on it. It's that good. I think teams are going to come here and enjoy it. But hopefully, that X factor with having our crowd will be enough to see us win more games than that.
Is it a factor to address for Ireland, particularly given that maybe that's where they slipped up in their qualifying campaign, the home form, not beating Bulgaria, not beating Italy?
Well, you say that. I mean, I felt we were unlucky. We played very well against the French. Unfortunately, you know, it didn't happen on the night. We had chances to win the game. But for me, forget about Henry's handball. I think prior to that, it's a blatant offside. You know, and that wrangles with me, the offside. Forget the handball. But, you know, it's in the past. We've got a good group. It's not going to be easy. It's not glamorous. But, you know, I fully expect us to come, you know, first or second.
It's in the past. People are still talking about it here in Dublin. Around Ireland, Henri's handball. Special night, though, this evening for Ireland's marksman, Robbie Keane, who does join the elite 100 club this evening. It all started for him 12 years ago, and that young man from Dublin has come an awfully long way.
I never thought that, as a young kid growing up from Dublin, that I'd reach 100 caps.
Robbie Keane, yes!
I think to put on the green jersey, it's up there with the best I've done in my career.
Here's Robbie Keane! Oh, what a goal!
Every time I put that jersey on, I still get the same feeling that I had 12 years ago.
It was 1998. His full debut, aged 17, came against Argentina.
To play at Lansdowne Road, your first game against Argentina, for me it was a special moment, and to score the last goal as well at Lansdowne Road and score a hat-trick there. And hopefully got a few years left in me and continue to score a few more goals.
In a career spanning 7 clubs, playing for his country has been the one constant factor. First
of all, you get picked for the Irish team, and it's not like that they can sell you and sell it to another nation. It's never changed. And for me, it's a great honour. It's a privilege to play for your country.
Times are changing. The surroundings are new, but not entirely unfamiliar.
It's like Lansdowne Road, but a newer version, because everyone is so close to the fans are so close to the pitch. And I think when anyone comes to Lansdowne Road before and was intimidated by the crowd, and they've always been a 12th man, so it feels like a new start, I think, for everybody, and something that I think every player and I think every fan even is looking forward to.
A new era for Ireland? No one will welcome the challenge more.
I'm not going here on Wednesday and hoping that it's going to be a great occasion and a party because it's a new stadium. We're going there to win the game. The manager's come in, Trapattoni, and he set a good foundation in the team. A very hard team to beat, and I think against anyone on a day, I think we're quite capable of beating anybody.
So he'll become the 4th Irishman to reach that landmark. As we've mentioned, Given and Kilban both start tonight, make it 104 caps. And Steve Staunton there, who made it to 100, Steve, in the World Cup. How proud was that moment for you?
Well, it was fantastic. I mean, it's a great achievement for any player, I think. I mean, like Robbie said there, when you start out your career, you don't think you'll play a senior level. But to get 100 caps, it's a wonderful feeling. You'll be so proud tonight, and hopefully you can cap it all by scoring a goal.
He'll cap it all as well by having his son here, Robbie Jr., 15 months old, with him tonight. Mrs. Keane alongside. It's a wonderful night for the whole family, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah, it's a special occasion. Robbie, I'm sure, will have the rest of his family here. They're very proud of him, and he is proud of the green jersey, but I could say that about hundreds of players who've played for Ireland.
He's got 43 goals, and there is a certain Sir Bobby Charlton who's made it to 49. That is a British and Irish record. Robbie apparently knows about this landmark. Will he have it in his sights?
I think Robbie, he thrives on scoring goals. That's what he's done all his career. He'll be looking at breaking records, of course. I think that's what goal scorers do, don't they? I'm sure he's well capable of doing it, and I fully expect him to do it during this campaign.
So it's a new era, but we have an average age in this Ireland side tonight of almost 29. What do you make of that? Yeah,
I mean, you could play a few of the younger ones and see how they get on. But I think Trapattoni, he set his stall out from day one. He's going with tried and trusted, and he'll do that again during this campaign. So that will get you through a campaign, will it? Relying on these older players. Well, older. 30s in there. I think, older. I think they're coming into their prime. They'll relish every game they play now, the older ones, because they know they're coming towards the end of their career. I say that's hopefully in 3 or 4 years' time, if not a wee bit longer. 43 goals along the way for Robbie Keane. There have been special times for him. He'll be leading the way for sure in this campaign. You made him captain as well, didn't you, Steve? What was your thinking there? Well, I felt, Robbie's a leader in the dressing room. A lot of the players look up to him. He's a great ambassador. He's just typifies Ireland, that spirit, will to win, never say die attitude. And as you can see, some of the goals here, he's brave with some of them, he's clever, he's skillful. Yeah, He's a fox in the box, isn't he?
Well, he's that and a bit more, isn't he?
Well, he is. He scores all types of goals. But, you know, when that ball goes wide, you know, he just pops up in the right place at the right time.
Did you get the feeling that maybe that loan spell at Celtic last season, in which he scored 16 goals, actually reinvigorated him?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, Robbie's the type of player that doesn't like to be substituted. He wants to play 90 minutes of every game. You know, he just loves football. You know, he's one of them kids that would have grown up in the streets and gone out 9 o'clock in the morning and come in at probably 11 o'clock. You'd probably have to send the older brother out to fetch him in. He just loves football, and I think last year going to Celtic, scoring the goals, regaining confidence, which, you know, no matter who you are, goal scorers thrive on confidence, and they gain that by scoring goals.
There he is, the man himself on his special night. What a proud moment for him, and he's made the point as well that he would have loved his late father, another Robbie, to be here this evening. But sadly, he passed away, 7 years ago, so it wasn't to be. And there's another member of the 100 Club, Shea Given, following on behind him. And it's funny, you know, some people have criticised these Ireland players for coming and getting all these caps, Steve. What do you make of that?
No, you can't get enough. Can't get enough. I mean, the one proud thing I've felt since I've come into the Ireland setup is everybody wants to come and be part of every game. Not just the big ones or the qualifiers, every single game. Because we've built this atmosphere within the camp, and thankfully it's kept going, and hopefully it goes on for a lot longer.
Does he need some help now from the rest of this Ireland side in terms of inspiration, in terms of creativity, if they are to qualify?
Well, I think we've got a very good player in Aidan McGeady. Unfortunately, he's not here tonight, but I think Aidan has got so much talent. You know, with him and Damien Duff on the wings, I think we're a match for anybody. And I think we proved that we're always better playing against the bigger teams. I'm not saying tonight is going to be one of them nights, because I think the RGs have got a lot to prove after that World Cup display.
They have, but they have wonderful talent throughout the side, as we mentioned. Messi, of course, leading the way. He's flown all the way from China to be part of this Argentina side. We saw a glimpse of Di Maria there, who's just joined Real Madrid, a big talent from Benfica, who we also saw glimpses of in the World Cup. How good is it for Ireland to have a visitor of this credibility here this evening?
Well, it's fantastic, and I was fortunate enough to play in Robbie's first game against the RGs, and we got it was 2-0, but believe you me, it could have been a lot more. They were a good side, and this side here for me should have done a lot better in the World Cup. I'm just glad I'm sitting here and not playing full-back tonight.
Kevin Kilman has that job of marking Messi. He won't forget that cap.
Well, either himself or Di Maria, if he comes over, I wouldn't like to mark either of them, I'll tell you.
We've got 144 local youngsters on the pitch tonight. Special moment for them as well, all in their club kits. Everyone getting involved in this. This is a real occasion for not just the city, but the nation, isn't it?
Well, it is. You know, it's a wonderful stadium. You can see it. You know, everybody's got involved. It's great now that the soccer and rugby have got their own home again. And, you know, who knows in the future, we might be able to get a European Championships over here.
Serious side of things, we've got European qualifying just 3 weeks away. What would you be looking for this evening, Steve, in terms of working towards that first game?
I think it's just reminders for the players, you know, back, had the holiday, pre-season, look, give us what you can, back in the shape, this is how we do things. For in 3 weeks' time, this is how we're going to play again, you know, just little reminders, set plays, whatever they've worked on. And I think also to give some of the younger ones a little bit of game time in the second half.
Remind us what that is that we will see, or what we should expect to see from a Trapattoni team.
I think you're going to see a hard-working, defensive-minded display, in the sense that we're going to be hard to beat. Obviously, when we're going forward, we've got a goal threat. We've a couple of goal threats tonight. It'll be interesting to see how young Killian does. You know, I'm interested to see how he does. He's starting out in his career, and what an occasion for him tonight to get a start. Unfortunately, Doyle would have been better for us. He would have had more presence, but you know, Killian's a handful, and he's got a bit of pace, although he's a big, tall lad.
And with games against Russia, Slovakia, I suppose the two key teams in the qualifying group, What would a good result and a good performance against Argentina do for Ireland's confidence?
Well, you've said it there, it's confidence. Not so much the result, you know, that's the added bonus. I think it's the performance and how Trapattoni sees his team and how to work with and without the ball. And just to do things right, because players are still finding their fitness. And hopefully come 3 weeks' time, they'll be just coming up to the right speed to hit the ground running.
They might need another warm-up by the time they get out there as well, Steve.
I think so. By the looks of it, yeah.
There is Di Maria and Messi watching on. I mean, what a pleasure to have him here tonight.
Well, it is. It's wonderful. You look at some of the talent there, and our lads, I just hope they go about their business in the right manner. We've always treated friendlies not as friendlies, as proper games, and played to the best of our ability. I'm looking forward to seeing how young Green does in midfield, and Keith Farry. I think Keith Farry, he's got a lovely left peg on him, and he's got a lot to offer, and I think it's good for him. He'll be able to stake a claim.
And it's only a few months ago that Paul Green was probably never contemplating international football. Here he is, lining up against Argentina.
That's the beauty of football, isn't it? And fair play to the powers that be to find these players and see whose grandmother or grandfather we get these players.
Those searches go on all the time, do they?
They have to. You know, we're not a talent with hundreds of thousands of players like Argentina, like your Brazils. You know, we do have to find these people, but we're fortunate. The Irish expanded and travelled all over the world, and you know, set up homes all over the world. So there is players out there, and there's people out there, and I think, you know, we still have to go down that route.
And from what we saw of the under-21s last night against Estonia, start of a new era, 5-0 victory. There could be a few more to come.
Well, that was fantastic. That's a great boost of confidence. You know, 5-0 at home. We've not done so well in the under-21 competitions, mainly because our better under-21s go into the senior setup at a very young age. But last night I was looking at the team. We've got two of them in the squad here tonight. We had a very strong side out last night.
Well, the good news is the players are on their way after a slight delay. And there is Robbie on his night. A night to become a centurion. 12 years ago it started for him. And his first home appearance, as Steve mentioned, here against Argentina on the old Lansdowne Road. And how far he's come in that time. 7 moves, worth £70 million, but one constant has been his international career. And here he is on the verge of 100 caps, having scored 43 goals. And Robbie Jr., if you're just joining us, he holds proudly in his arms, and he's got a wave for the crowd as well. How he would dearly love as well to mark this occasion with the first international goal at the new Lansdowne Road, the Aviva Stadium.
I think it'd be very fitting for Robbie, that, you know, to score the first goal here tonight. What a wonderful, you know, experience it is for his whole family. That wee man, hopefully in 18, 20 years' time, hopefully he's putting the ball in the net as well, like his dad did.
Not sure what Claudine's genes are like.
Well, I feel sorry for the other halves in that situation, because they're not used to it. They don't know what to do. They just want to grab son or daughter, and
he's keeping him.
Yeah.
I think he fancies taking him on the pitch tonight and keeping him there. And why not? So let's get across to our match commentators this evening. Former Ireland international Ray Houghton and Rob Hawthorne.
Well, it can be overwhelming sometimes for the youngsters, but Robbie Jr. seems to be enjoying the occasion already. Ireland have been disrupted by not only their manager's illness, but by injuries to Liam Lawrence and Kevin Doyle. So Keith Farry and Cillian Sheridan make their first senior starts. Sheridan's comes just a day after he played most of a 5-0 under-21s win over Estonia. Long-servant Shay Given and Kevin Kilban make their returns on the night that Robbie Keane joins them and Steve Staunton in the 100 club. 8 of Argentina's teams started the World Cup quarter-final defeat by Germany. Walter Samuel, a treble winner with Inter, is recalled. Éver Banega, a potential replacement at Anfield for Javier Mascherano, plays alongside the Liverpool man, and Fernando Gago, left out of the World Cup squad, is back. The star turn is there. Lionel Messi plays after returning from Barcelona's tour of Argentina. Like Killian Sheridan, Anthony Stokes was in under-21 action last night, scoring twice. Carlos Tevez is on the bench after tonsillitis, though we understand he won't be used. Also there is Sergio Aguero, who won the Europa League, and Diego Milito, who won the Champions League. The official presentations to the dignitaries have taken place. And what an honour on the opening of this stadium to have the world's greatest player here, Lionel Messi, as part of that Argentina squad. A real gem of a player. Before we can see him perform, and before we can see Ireland's first game here, the usual formalities have to be observed, starting with the playing of the national anthems. A new home for Irish football, and what a team to start against. Messi and Argentina, and it's live next.
First international match ever at the new Lansdowne Road Stadium, the Aviva Stadium, and quality opposition as well for the Republic of Ireland in Argentina and Lionel Messi. Special night too for Robbie Keane and that young man starting alongside him. Your match commentators, Ray Houghton and Rob Hawthorne.
It's Argentina's first match in Dublin for some 12 years. Last one was at the old Lansdowne Road. This is the new one, the Aviva Stadium, and it is Argentina, twice world champions, quarter-finalists in the recent tournament who get the game underway. There's Walter Samuel and now Gabriel, Heinze, two of the players who did feature in their World Cup squad. The goalkeeper, Sergio Romero, played in all of the games, although that has been a problem position for Argentina under Diego Maradona, and now it's Sergio Batista who picks up the reins from the former coach, although they haven't necessarily ruled out a dramatic return for Maradona to the role as Argentina coach, Rehan.
Well, we'll wait and see if that actually presents itself. I love Maradona at the World Cup. I'm not sure he's the greatest coach I've ever seen, but for energy, determination, drive, and really giving his players the opportunity to go out there and play for the country, there was none better at the World Cup for me. And here tonight, we're going to see Argentina side very patient, very fluid on the ball.
And Messi has worked this one through to Di Maria. He's got Burdisso back there, but instead he finds Gago. Now Banega. Messi. Ireland trying to compress the space. Di Maria gives Shea given an early test. A straightforward pick-up, though, for the Irish goalkeeper.
Well, you look at the formation of Argentina this evening, 4-1-4-1, but we believe that Messi's going to be playing on the right, Di Maria on the left, but they are giving licence to roam around, to pick up positions naturally where they feel comfortable, and as we just seen there, their interchange of pass and 1 and 2 touches excellent. Di Maria with a strike, a goal, an easy save for Shea Given. He'll be delighted just to have an early touch of the ball as well.
Well, the script almost worked to perfection. The unveiling of the new stadium, Robbie Keane's 100th cap. I think that sadly spoilt it all was the illness suffered by Giovanni Trapattoni this week that has ruled him out of the dugout. He has had minor surgery today. He's likely to be in hospital until the weekend, and obviously with our best wishes, he is watching tonight's game, we understand, and hoping for kind of result, kind of performance that will give him a lift. Flag up there against Di Maria. The man who is in charge tonight is his long-time assistant Marco Tardelli, who scored against Argentina in his days with Italy at the 1982 World Cup. But of course it was a goal in the final and the celebration after it against West Germany that goes down as his more famous goal.
Well, it's a big night for Marco. You know, they are talking about him maybe as a future manager of the Republic of Ireland if Giovanni Trapattoni was to leave the position. And you know, we'll find out a lot about him and these players tonight, how the players respond to him being in charge.
Ball played through by Kevin Kilban. That was Higuaín, closing down by Green, player that they did want to have another good look at tonight. Paul Green finding Paul McShane. Up against Heinze. He who'd continued his run on the right. McShane again. Now John O'Shea. It's Sheridan. Given away to Lionel Messi. Now Higuaín. And again back to him by Messi. Tried to play in Di Maria, but John O'Shea was wise to that.
Unfortunate, wasn't it? I mean, it was a well-positioned pass through, wasn't it? You know, he's looking for the run of Di Maria, cutting inside the full-back there, Paul McShane, and, you know, he nearly got in there. It was just the pace of the pass wasn't quite there, and it was well read by John.
Here's Banega. Now Heinze. This is Di Maria. Higuaín. Back by Damien Duff. This is Samuel. Heinze. Walter Samuel again. Here's Banega. Now Walter Samuel, who got injured in the second game of the World Cup and then didn't re-emerge. This is Gago. Now Javier Mascherano looking to spread it here to Lionel Messi. And Messi away from Kilban. Tried to play in Higuaín. And it's away by Richard Dunn.
I'm just surprised with Lionel Messi when he's picking up on this right-hand side. We're up against Kevin Coban. Kevin's not the quickest, whether he doesn't take him down the outside rather than coming in field. I know it's natural to him to go in onto his left foot. He's trying to play 1-2s with Higuaín. I just think if he can isolate Kevin down on this left-hand side, the right for Argentina, and get at him and get on his right foot, he'll get a lot more joy.
Here's Kilban. It's a good ball with which Kilban has picked up Damien Duff. Flag was up for offside though.
Yeah, just went a little bit too early there, Damien. You can see he's just trying to get in behind Burdisso, the full-back there. It's a tight call, but the assistant's flag went up fairly quickly. But that is an option for Ireland to use the pace of Damien Duff, who we thought was going to start on the right and Fahy over on the left, but they actually stayed with Fahy on the right and Duff on the left. They have got a good understanding and played a number of occasions, Kilban and Duff on this left-hand side for the Republic of Ireland.
Headed back by Richard Dunn. Here's Duff. Tried to slide in Keane, who was in a good position then. Away by Burdisso. Javier Mascherano, whose Liverpool future is still very much in question. Heinze. Now Samuel. It's Mascherano again. Gago. Now Burdisso. Higuaín. Picked up here by Andrews. Now Killian Sheridan. And Di Maria. Cleared here to Andrews. Here's Banega. Now Gago. Messi always liable to roam, but the feeling was that he would be given a more fixed position rather than the free role he enjoyed under Maradona, with the new coach now in charge, Batista, who is in a sense auditioning for the job. It's going to be a long decision-making process. Here's Messi. Looking to take on John O'Shea's past him, tries to clip it over Shea Given. Gets it over the bar. Just couldn't get up and down quickly enough, could he? But wonderful skill was it initially from Lionel Messi. Picks up, he runs at the back line of the Republic of Ireland. John O'Shea's committed to the challenge, and he looked up to straight away to see where Shea Given was. Thought he was a little bit further off his line, just got too much on the chip, which took over the bar, but great vision from Messi. Loves his football so much, he came back early from pre-season training last season to play in a tournament at Wembley. He's done likewise this year. Come all the way from China to take part in this particular international. Here's Mascherano. Now Heinze. Heavy layoff from Fernando. Gago. We may not have Diego Maradona here, but Sergio Batista was a teammate of his in that 1986 World Cup win. I think he'll be reasonably happy the way that his team started here. You know, I think you can see straight away what they're trying to do, pass through midfield. You know, they've got Gago in there, Banega, Mascherano just screening in front of the back four, so they'll keep possession well. And at the moment, Ireland can't really get close enough to them. I just feel that the two central midfielders, Andrews and Green, are just sitting off them a little bit too far. Here's Robbie Keane. Duff. This is Kilban. Dunn looking for Keane. Header away by Demichelis. Here's Burdisso. Away by Demichelis. In comes Kilban. It's Andrews caught by Javier Mascherano. That's better, isn't it, from the Republic of Ireland midfielders?
closer they were up on top of their midfield players. You know, when Demichelis tries to play the ball out from deep because he's been pressurised, you know, it wasn't a great clearance for him, but when it comes into midfield, you can see that the likes of Andrews is in there to win the ball back quickly. That encouraged the challenge in from Mascherano, and they've got a free kick in a dangerous area.
And Keith Fahey on his first start for Ireland, having come on as a substitute in the last 2 games, lining up this free kick, which he sweeps into the goalkeeper's hands.
And not the greatest ball in there from Keith. You know, obviously they've worked in an area to play the ball into. You've got the likes of Kevin Kilban coming up from defence alongside Richard Dunn, so they've got good height in there. You just need the right delivery.
Mascherano. And so just keeping the ball the right side of the line and finding Gago. Higuaín. Mascherano. Pocket of fans cheering Mascherano's every touch. There is a strong Manchester United support within Ireland. Maybe a bit of club rivalry spilling over. Higuaín, Kilban, away by Richard Dunn. Robbie Keane. Keane, who actually made his first start against Argentina for Ireland as a 17-year-old Wolves player some 12 years ago. Ireland lost that game. They've lost all 3 matches, all of them friendlies that they've played against Argentina, and they've never scored against them. Here's Demichelis, Champions League finalist, on the losing side to Walter Samuel's Inter. Around by Kevin Kilban, who missed the last couple of internationals, both of them at the RDS Arena when Ireland saw off Paraguay and Algeria before the World Cup. Here's Heinze. Now Di Maria. Banega. Gago. Looking to play in Messi, but he's offside.
Oh, that was tight. That looked tight as well. You could see he wanted to play it a little bit earlier, Lionel Messi. He looked into Gago. I think just when he turns there, maybe he could have played it just a fraction early. You can see the back line of Ireland is nice and tight. Not sure Kevin Kilban exactly knew where Lionel Messi was, but certainly it was a good decision by the assistant referee.
Didn't miss a game in qualifying for the World Cup, Lionel Messi, and didn't miss a game at the finals themselves. It was a stuttering campaign to get there.
What an attitude, though, he's got to the game, isn't it? I mean, he's still a young man. He's got everything in front of him as far as his career is concerned, but he just loves playing football.
Sheridan won it for Keane.
Well, that's unlike Robbie. You know, we've seen him in that position on numerous occasions at international level. Sheridan does well here, wins the first header, just brought it down. I just don't think he needed that second touch. You know, when he chested it out, I just thought Robbie was going to hit it on the volley there, go for a dipper, but unfortunately the touch just got it on the floor and never really caught hold of the shot after that.
Done. Here's Gago. Now Mascherano. Burdisso. Mascherano again. For the long diagonal to Angel Di Maria, and he's got onto that, but McShane, having closed him down, then lets him go. Gets back in with the block in the end. That was danger for Ireland.
What a pass as well, wasn't it? You know, he held his position well on that left-hand side there, Di Maria. Mascherano, a 60-yard crossfield ball right on his left foot, came inside there. Not the best of defending there from Paul McShane, but in fairness, they got back and made a good covering challenge.
Di Maria, a player who has joined the Jose Mourinho revolution since the World Cup, completing his £20 million move from Benfica to Real Madrid just 6 days after Argentina had lost their quarter-final to Germany. Higuaín. Mascherano. Now Messi. Looking to get away from Kilban. Messi blocked by Duff. Heinze. Here's Di Maria. Looking for Higuaín with a cross, and Kilban got the touch.
just that piece of play earlier from Messi. Any youngsters watching the game, just how to look at his first touch, how he gets the ball out in front of him. You know, it's not behind him where he has to try and go back and pick the ball up. It's out in front of him so he can run straight to the heart of the defence. Excellent first touch from Lionel Messi.
Fahy saw the pass then that he intended though for Heinze and managed to get there, away by Green. Demichelis. It's Mascherano. Here's Banega. Banega, who plays his club football with Valencia. All of the Argentinian squad play their club football in Europe. Demichelis. Back by Burdisso, but he's given it away to Robbie Keane. They have retrieved it though. Here's Javier Mascherano. Banega. Mascherano. Heinze made the run.
Well, that just shows you their intent this evening, doesn't it, Rob? You know, there's your left back for Argentina, furthest man forward. It's been great from the Argentinian point of view, the possession that they've had. You know, they've not given the ball away cheaply, and they look the more threatening to score at the moment.
Got a big night on the pitch for a current Spurs player and a couple of Spurs legends watching. Ozzy Ardiles and Ricardo Villa among the crowd here at the new Aviva Stadium tonight.
Bad them two, were they? Two half-decent players.
Modern-day legend, Lionel Messi. Man whose enthusiasm for the game never wavers. Here's Robbie Keane. Further ahead, Sheridan in the middle, Andrews at the edge of the box. Keane has won a corner.
Yeah, good play from Robbie. Didn't have a lot of options ahead of him, but what has been interesting, two long balls played downfield, and Kylian Sheridan's won both headers. The one that nearly led to an opportunity for Robbie Keane. On this occasion, he's headed into the path of Robbie. Not a lot of options to help him out. Only Damien Duff down on the left-hand side.
Duff with a corner. Infringement given against Kevin Kilban, who's winning his 104th cap tonight. He and Shay Given, the joint record appearance holders for the Republic of Ireland now, but Kilban's place judged to be a little bit under pressure after the last qualifying campaign.
Although you've got to say he's been a fantastic servant for the Republic of Ireland. His consistency, you know, over the time that he's played for the country has been absolutely immense. And, you know, here he is at his age, still out there trying his level best and wants to do well for the country. He's been first-class servant for us.
Argentina trying to play their way out of trouble, and that pressure from Green almost paid off for Ireland. Demichelis seeing the freedom that Heinze has to operate in. Now Banega to Higuaín. Here's Messi. Di Maria is set off in behind McShane. O'Shea. Not John O'Shea's first game here. He was part of the Manchester United side that played a League of Ireland 11 last week and won 7-1. I think he'll be quite as comfortable tonight somehow. Here's Green. It's away from Keane, but it's reached Damien Duff. And Duff got caught betwixt and between then, didn't know whether to shoot or played across.
I think it was a shot in the end from Damien. He just didn't get the ball out of his feet. But that's good pressure there from Green in midfield, taking the ball off of Heinze. Not the best of balls across field, but found its way to Damien Duff. Robbie was just trying to make a run down the left, got in each other's way there. And in the end, it became a bit of a cross shot with Kylian Sheridan coming at the far post. Well, this is to be expected, in my opinion, for the away team. To have 70% of the possession in the first 20 minutes of the game has been fantastic.
But route one, and Di Maria lifts it. And Shay Given is furious because he feels that there should have been an offside flag there. And what is the referee going to do? It was completely route one.
Well, the players are out there, they're perplexed by what the decision's been made by the assistant. I mean, was it a goal kick? If it is a goal kick, it's a long ball downfield. You can't be offside from a goal kick. so the players might have got that one wrong. It certainly looked like there was one or two of the Argentine players that were in offside positions, but yeah, it is a goal kick. You can't be offside unless someone touches it. Long ball downfield, you're not offside. There's the touch. So when he touched the ball and Higuaín into the path of Di Maria, was he in an offside position? That's the question. Just here, this touch there, was he offside, Di Maria? That's a big call for the assistant, but what a lovely finish. Wonderfully executed by Di Maria over the top of Shea Given. You know, in the first place, Higuaín, you know, in fairness, he's allowed to be in that position from a goal kick, you know, in an offside position.
And so the first goal at Ireland's revamped, refurbished Lansdowne Road Stadium goes to Argentina. It's scored by Di Maria, who has been a big threat throughout. And from the kick, there was a touch by Higuaín, which set it up. And after that, that was a brilliantly executed finish. Here's Mascherano. Banega. Higuaín, the man who managed to play it into the path of the goal scorer. Here's Duff. Here's Richard Dunn. Now O'Shea. This is Dunn. McShane. Here's Andrews. This is Kilban. Dunn. Duff. Now Banega looking to play in Di Maria again. And it's away by John O'Shea. Here's Fahy.
Well, here's the controversial goal, isn't it? Certainly you can't be offside here from a goal kick, so certainly Higuaín is onside, but there, that touch, I think, shows that Di Maria is in an offside position. The assistant's looking right across the line. It's one that he should get right. Look at the reaction of Shea Given. He knows that something untoward's happened there, but what a great finish. His vision was terrific, wasn't it? Just chipped it over the top of Shea Given, who was on his way out of his goal there, in off the post. But for me, it should have been an offside decision.
Here's Messi. Mascherano. Sheridan dispossessed by Javier Mascherano, and here's the goal scorer, Di Maria. Here's Burdisso. Messi. Trying to play in Di Maria again. Tried to drag it past McShane, who had to prod that back to his goalkeeper in the end.
Great covering, wasn't it, from Paul McShane, because he went all the way with Di Maria there. You know, he could have easily just stayed in his right-back position, but he's seen the run of the winger for Argentina. He stuck with them all the way there, and it was a good covering challenge to play it back to Shea Given.
Higuaín. Banega. Well, Shea Given was off to the linesman, just as he was after that controversial goal in Paris that saw Ireland knocked out of the World Cup. He had sensed that Di Maria was in an offside position when the touch came, and the evidence seems to be that he was right.
Well, I think initially the players got caught out with the goal kick itself, because they've seen that Higuaín was behind him, and then obviously he's came back, and now he looks like he's come from an offside position. I don't think they've taken into account that from a goal kick you can't be offside. You know, it was just purely, I think the players got found out with that. I think after that, you know, there certainly was the touch from Higuaín into the path of Di Maria, and it looked like he was just ahead of the last defender for Ireland.
Here's Kevin Kilban. Duff with the cross. Fahy came in. Maybe it would have been better leaving it for Sheridan in the end, but he came in front of the striker.
There was just too much height on the ball across there from Damien Duff. You know, Killian Sheridan has said he's won most of the headers when the ball's been played down the centre there for him to go up against Walter Samuel, and he's won them well, but there, just too much height on the cross. I think if you just put it in between the penalty spot, I think that was the key area for him, let him go and attack it.
Here's Dunn. Now Green. Andrews. Away to Di Maria. Mascherano. Messi. Heinze. Lionel Messi. Mascherano. Messi. Di Maria. Only Higuaín in the box at the moment for Argentina. He's just strayed out. As Ireland look to push out. Mascherano.
At the moment, it's an exhibition, isn't it, from Argentina, retaining possession of the ball. They all look so comfortable. You know, there are good options as well. Messi, just look at him picking up some fantastic positions, and the boys are struggling to pick them up.
Here's Messi. And they've worked it again for Di Maria to pull it back. And John O'Shea got the touch away. Here's Duff. He got caught in the turf then as he fell. That looked awkward for Damien Duff.
I don't think it was anything to do with Gago there. I don't think he actually caught him. I think it was just his studs when he tried to turn, just stuck in the turf itself. There, was there a nudge there? It wasn't a great deal, was there? You can just see that his leg went from under him. Sometimes they can be really nasty. So delighted to see that he's back up, and hopefully he can continue.
Here's Green. Now Andrews. Back by Fahy to John O'Shea. 3 weeks until Ireland launched their campaign for qualification for Euro 2012 in Armenia. Argentina are building up to hosting the Copa America next year.
Great feature of Argentina as well, their players, when they give the ball away, how quickly they get the ball back, they win the ball back. You know, their work ethic is absolutely tremendous, and where Ireland are struggling at the moment, situations like this, you know, their options when they're playing the ball forward aren't great. You know, Robbie's trying to make runs in behind, Sheridan's trying to make himself an option for anything that's played in the air, but not a lot else from the midfield players. You know, that's where you're really looking at the likes of Green and Andrews to try and get on the ball and make things happen from that midfield area.
Ball from O'Shea, looking long for Killian Sheridan. Some 24 hours for Killian Sheridan, who was in action for the under-21s in Tala last night. Played 77 minutes of that game. And they got the call today that he was needed to fill the vacuum left by Kevin Doyle's injury. And there's the same pitch as some of the world's greatest football stars. Just a night after playing against the future of Estonian football. And all this at a time when there's a lot of speculation that he might be making a move abroad himself. Talk of a move to CSKA Sofia. Here is Sheridan.
What he needs to do, Rob, is getting someone's first team, because he's not getting an opportunity at Celtic. He's been out on loan quite a few times in his career as well, and he really needs to, you know, set a marker down somewhere and play regularly.
Spells at Plymouth and St Johnstone last season for Killian Sheridan. There's O'Shea. Good ball with which he's picked out Duff. No foul, though, by Javier Mascherano. Here's Banega. Higuaín. Di Maria. Heinze's made the run to his left. Here's Banega, though. Lionel Messi. Wide to Heinze, 3 in the middle to aim at. Messi helped it on. Di Maria tried to get there, but Richard Dunn anticipated that. Here's Green. Fahy.
Great build-up play, wasn't it, from Argentina? Incisive play as well. I mean, they're defending deep in their own half at one moment. 3 passes later, they're out, and they've got a runner coming up from that left-back position in Heinze. Terrific to watch.
They have shown the expected quality of their football, Argentina. Raised boot of Richard Dunn catching Lionel Messi.
Doesn't complain though, does he? Look at him. You know, he knows it's a free kick. He's just going to get up. He's going to get on with it. You know, and that's just the way that he's been about his career. Did catch him high there, didn't he? You know, he's been committed to the challenge here. Richard Dunn missed the ball and certainly caught Lionel Messi. But I love his attitude, the way he just gets up and gets on with the game. No complaints.
Yes, bounces straight back for more. Banega. Gago. Lionel Messi.
Trademark, isn't it? You know, when he plays over on this right-hand side, wants to cut on to his favourite left foot, just drops his shoulder, goes past a couple of defenders, looking for that far corner, just couldn't get enough curl on the ball. Shea had read it really well.
Doesn't score as regularly at international level as he does for his club side, where he's been prolific in the last couple of seasons. Just 13 goals in 50 appearances for Argentina, and he hasn't scored for them since last November.
I'll tell you what, it's not for the point of trying though, isn't it? I mean, I watched him at the World Cup. The shots he had and the saves that keepers made against him was tremendous. He's just a fantastic asset to have, whether he's been given the license to roam into the middle, or when he really hangs wide and stretches the game for Argentina and for Barcelona when he plays for him. He's just a fabulous player.
Mascherano. Here's Gago. Closing down by Andrews, but Mascherano prevents Kylian Sheridan from making anything of it. Here's Burdisso, and now Demichelis. Messi. Gago. Di Maria. Heinze. Banega. Messi. Cleared in by O'Shea. Sheridan up there.
I think that's a question mark against Argentina for the amount of possession that they have. And possession, you can have the ball at the back, you know, you don't really look like you're going to score from there. But when they have it in the final third, and the opportunities they have, they don't score enough goals or have enough shots at goal for the possession that they've had. And I think that's a failing of theirs.
Ruthlessly ripped apart by Germany, conceding an early goal to a free kick that saw them eliminated from the World Cup after a relatively straightforward passage through to the last 8. Problem here for Heinze.
Just a late challenge here. I'm not sure if it was Keith Fahy or Paul McShane that was committed to the challenge. Yeah, you can just see him. Yeah, he certainly caught him, didn't he? Missed the ball, caught the man, and that's a sore one on the ankle.
Michel Platini, who might have hoped for a reunion with his old Juventus boss Giovanni Trapattoni tonight, but Platini, who had his own health issue at the World Cup in the summer, is here, but sadly, Mr. Trapattoni isn't.
And alongside Johnny Giles, you know, you're talking about fabulous midfield players of the past. Platini certainly was, and Johnny Giles for Leeds was absolutely tremendous. Great to see him here tonight as well.
A regular attender of the games, and his face on the screen has produced a big cheer. Now Di Maria. Won by Andrews. Here's Samuel. Strength of the header back from Di Maria gave Heinze nowhere to go. Mascherano just watching it out. Well, Ireland's opening qualifier in Armenia will be live on Sky Sports 1 on September the 3rd at 4:30. That's Friday, September the 3rd, Armenia against the Republic of Ireland. Hopefully Giovanni Trapattoni will be back in the dugout by then, having signed on for the extra 2 years to see through that Euro qualifying campaign. Andorra, Russia, Slovakia, Macedonia also in the group. Here's Burdisso. Demichelis. Now Heinze. Mascherano. Di Maria. Gago. Here's Messi. Banega. Away by Fahy. Green unable to keep it in.
A few lessons have been learned out there for the Irish players, isn't there? You know, how to retain possession, make angles to receive the ball. You know, midfield players don't give the ball away cheaply. And we've just seen young Green in there. You know, he's going in for a challenge, but you know, the ball's running out of play. That's where you're really looking for your midfielders to get on the ball, make a few passes. Haven't really got the ball up to the two strikers yet, giving them any real opportunities to hold the ball up and bring the midfielders into the game.
Messi. Banega. Messi again. And Heinze's got forward, but the flag was up anyway.
What a ball here. He's waiting, isn't he? He's waiting for the run of Heinze on that left-hand side. Looking. Oh, and that's very, very tight, isn't he? Maybe just a half a yard offside there, but he just pulled out the challenge as she gave him. Went to ground there, but the vision of Messi once again was absolutely sublime.
Demichelis. Here's Samuel. Demichelis. Argentina take on the world champions Spain in their next match next month, and then they've got a friendly against the Ukraine in October. By which time these players will be back in club action as well. Samuel. Here's Heinze. Putting the pressure on. He's not really been able to get into the game too much so far tonight with 40 minutes played, but here's his chance. He tried to slide Robbie Keane through. Higuaín. Now Burdisso. Messi. Banega. Cut out by Duff.
Look what Damon Duff is, Rob. You know, he's virtually back there with the two centre-halves. I mean, that's just been typical of the first half performance from Ireland. You know, they really haven't got on the ball at all. I think they've been more defensive than anything else.
Being made to work again here, Di Maria finding Messi, who wins a corner out of Richard Dunn.
Just trying to nutmeg him there, didn't he? Just waiting for Richard Dunn to make the challenge, just try to put it through his legs, but he's just done enough to put it behind for a corner. But they do look threatening, don't they? Lovely little ball from Di Maria with the outside of the left foot there. Just try to nutmeg him. It's defended well.
So Argentina leading thanks to Di Maria's goal. Argentina levelling matters on corner kicks with this one from Lionel Messi. John O'Shea got it away. Banega. Back in by Gago. Important clearance by Green. Messi's ball in. Away by Paul McShane. Fahy. Beaten to it by Demichelis. Now Higuaín, stopped by Kevin Kilbane. Now by Higuaín on Keith Andrews.
You can hear the fans at the moment, they're just desperate to sing and get behind the players, but they've not been given a lot to shout about so far because they've been so dominated by Argentina at the moment. And they've came here on a historic night to hopefully see their team do well and try and win the game. But at the moment, there's only one team that looks likely to win this tonight, and that's Argentina. I've said their attitude in the first 42 minutes of this game has been absolutely exemplary.
Well, the key element of the design was to keep the fans close to the pitch to try and get that atmosphere that they used to have at the old Lansdowne Road. Here's McShane. So far not too much in an attacking sense to inspire the old Lansdowne Road roar that Robbie Keane amongst others said he wanted to hear again. Here he is trying to inspire things on the pitch. The Irish skipper finds Fahy. Keane again. Now Andrews.
That's that bit of quality required. You know, in a tight situation, don't panic. The ball comes into Keith Andrews in the middle of the park there. Instead, he's just putting his foot on it, taking the sting out of it, because we've done well to win the ball back there initially from Robbie Keane. Played the ball into Fahy, and then just slow yourself down, but he's still playing at 100 miles an hour.
Here's Heinze. Samuel. Banega. Samuel. Away by John O'Shea. Mascherano. Here's Lionel Messi. Kilbane went in with a challenge, cleared by O'Shea. Burdisso.
See, that's what I was expecting Lionel Messi to do, to take Kevin Kilbane on down, and he's on his left foot. He's got the ability and the pace to get past him, and he was committed to the challenge there. Kevin Kilbane nearly gave away a penalty if he caught him. He certainly, that could have been the second goal, but he's mesmerising at times, Messi.
Here's Fahy. Banega. Banega. Heinze. Half-time, and the first goal at the revamped Lansdowne Road, scored by Angel Di Maria, although in truth it was a goal that probably shouldn't have counted because he seemed to be in an offside position when the goal kick was touched on by Higuaín, prompting the protest of the Danish officials from Shay Given, and maybe that's a continuation of that, with Damien Duff talking to Peter Rasmussen, the referee, as the teams come off. But at half-time here, it's Ireland 0, Argentina 1.
Not the Lansdowne roar we remember of old just yet. I'm sure that will come in the second half. Steve Staunton, the former player and manager, will give us his thoughts on that first 45 minutes. But the first goal in this new £350 million stadium, scored by a £20 million man, Angel Di Maria. And where have we seen this before from Shay Given? Looks familiar, doesn't it? Two more live games from the Football League coming away on Sky Sports this weekend. Friday night for Leyton Orient and Charlton in League One, 7:30 Sky Sports HD 3 and 3, a London derby. And on Sunday, two clubs with great history, Forest and Leeds, 1 o'clock Sky Sports HD 1 and 1. We're in the Aviva Stadium for the first time with the Republic of Ireland, and at half-time they trailed to Argentina by that goal-to-0, watched by Steve Staunton, their former player and manager. Not the performance we've been hoping for so far, Steve.
No, but you've got to give credit to the Argies. They've passed the ball very well. For me, Mascherano's just dictated the whole half. You know, he's played it short, played it long, slowed it down at the right times for the Argies, allowed them go up the field at their own pace if they wanted to go slowly or quickly. And he's always an outball, whether it be for the defence or the attack.
Argentina have had 69% of possession. They'd have had all the efforts on or near goal. Have Ireland got their tactics wrong?
Well, I think it's just the way we play, and it's, you know, we're only coming towards the end of pre-season, really. So it's a great fitness workout. And
well, it's proving to be, because they're chasing the ball.
I'll tell you what, there'll be a few tired bodies the weekend, I know that. But, you know, at the end of the day, we're sticking to our guns. We've a young lad up front. You know, he needs a bit more help and support, better balls into him. He's done well when he's competed in the air and flicked on a few. But overall, Argentina have just dictated by possession alone.
And for all their pretty football, it was something very direct that brought their goal. But should it have stood, Steve?
Well, you know, you see it here. It's a great kick out. But for me, he is offside. But does the referee see a touch? The linesman can't see it really, whether it's a touch or not. So I'm presuming the line-out just sees it, run on. It's a great finish.
This is not actually.
He does actually
touch
touch
the referee
it.
has there. You can see what he can see.
Yeah, well, for me there, looking at it there, the referee doesn't see the touch. And if you can see, the ball doesn't really deviate too much from their perspective.
So it was lack of communication for a very, very, very high-profile goal against France. Is that what we've seen again?
Well, thankfully, this is only a friendly. But we would like to see, and I'm sure the supporters would like to see, a little bit more pressure on the Argies, especially in the midfield and up front. But, you know, from our point of view, it is a friendly. We'll get on with it. We won't be too disappointed if we lose the game tonight. I mean, there has been a great shape from the back four and the midfield four when we're defending our box. So from that point of view, I think Trapattoni's going to be happy.
How much do you think the Dublin public will have enjoyed watching Lionel Messi in the flesh tonight?
Well, he's just a wonderful talent, isn't he? I mean, some of his play, his touch, I think there, Kevin, you know, he's unlucky. But some of his play, he's just got a low centre of gravity. As you can see there, he plays passes nobody else does. I mean, he's unlucky with that chip.
He's there somewhere.
I think if it was a proper game, Dunny might have gone in a wee bit stronger.
Kevin Kilbane's obviously frightened him. He's only gone outside him the once.
Well, yes, but I mean, you can see there again, he's always looking to go infield for that reverse pass, and you know, there's not many players can play it to perfection like he does.
We hope to see him again in the second half. Who knows, this being an international friendly, and Messi's come a long way. So too is Robbie Keane in the last 12 years. This was supposed to be his night, but it hasn't quite worked out that way for him so far. But you never know. Second half to come. Not long to wait now. The Premier League kicks off this coming Saturday. What a game to start. Tottenham, Man City, noon. Sky Sports HD2 and 2, the two teams that are fighting it out for that final Champions League place last season. And then our first Super Sunday comes from Anfield. Arsenal, the visitors, 3:30 Sky Sports HD 1-on-1, and also Sky Sports 3D, sky.com/3D pubs for more information. And a new date for you on Mondays.
Monday Night Football has arrived. Monday nights are going to be special.
Now you go with the chance. Beckham!
1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, big fella, how does that feel?
Great.
Behind the last defender, tremendous goal!
Brilliantly hit.
Where are you? Oh, it's a disaster! It's gone in on Winkelman!
Let's look at the goals and see if there's anything you can see.
Do the job! What a goal!
Fans want to see emotion. They love it.
We're still breathless here.
You can sit there and look and play with all your silly machines as much as you like.
The ball's put in there to attack. Duncan Ferguson will win it.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
It's fantastic.
Our Monday Night Football really will be worth watching.
When they had hair. Silly Machines are back on Monday night with Manchester United and Newcastle, 7 o'clock, Sky Sports HD 1 and 1. I think you're looking forward to that.
Yes, there's been some great games over the years.
Some good memories of your own, I'm sure, in there.
And bad ones. I think more bad ones. But no, looking forward to it.
What about this here? They've got to sort this pitch out, haven't they? It's too good. We need some rugby on it at half-time to sort it out, don't we? Just like the good old days.
Yeah, I think so. I think we need a little bit more action in the Argentinian box. I mean, any time the ball went in there, they don't look the best at the back. So I'd like to see Damien Duff get on the ball higher up the park and take on the defender. I think he's got the beating of him and leave him 1v1.
How do they get him in that position, though? That's the problem, isn't it?
Well, we've got to get the ball back. But to get the ball back, I think we need to either drop Robbie or Killian back in on Mascherano and put more pressure on the ball there to win it back and attack quickly from the middle third.
Saw their appetite as well from Argentina in the second half. They were saying in the build-up to this game, they only felt really that Gabriel was match fit. His season has started with France. The others have got a couple of weeks left. They look sharp, though, don't they?
Well, they're a lot less tired than our boys because they've kept the ball and they've been allowed to dictate the pace of the game. And, you know, if you're chasing the ball, as anybody will tell you, in a five-a-side or anything, it's hard work.
Well, there are changes, as you can see. Let's find out about those and rejoin Ray Houghton and Rob Hawthorne.
And on the left there is number 18, Pablo Zabaleta, who's winning his first international cap in nearly 2 years. He's coming on for Nicolás Burdisso in a straight swap at right back. And as if things weren't difficult enough for Ireland, they're also facing up to Champions League winner, the man who decided the final, Diego Milito, coming on for Gonzalo Higuaín.
Not a bad little squad they've got there, is it?
It is a formidable bench.
It is, isn't it? Milito is a fabulous player. Can't really get a game himself. He's well behind Higuaín.
Ireland are unchanged, which means that just as the game started, there are 7 members of this Irish 11 who actually started the last game at the old Lansdowne Road. But some new faces in there as well. John O'Shea is one of the 7. Here's Gabriel Heinze. It's 45 months since that last game at Lansdowne, a 5-0 win against San Marino, in which Robbie Keane scored a hat-trick. He was hoping to make his mark tonight on his big night, his 100th cap, but so far hasn't seen too many sights of goal. Here's Richard Dunn. Now Paul Green. Andrews looking for Sheridan, away by Samwell. Here's McShane. Mascherano. Duff. Now Di Maria. Beaten off by Keith Andrews. Looking for Robbie Keane, who's got Demichelis at his back, but he manages to bring it under control, the Irish skipper. He's away from Heinze. He did brilliantly to work the space then and fire in the cross. Fahy. Now Green. Kilban gets it in early, but Keane has certainly lifted spirits with that little manoeuvre.
Great piece of skill, wasn't it? Right foot, left foot, got away from two Argentina players there, fired the ball across the face of the goal. And I've got to say, Killian Sheridan and Fahy weren't too far away from it either.
Here's Kevin Kilban. More positive start to the second half for Ireland. Keane's layoff, now Sheridan. Finding Fahy out wide. Four in the middle. Away though by Gabriel Heinze. Argentina, who were allowed to dictate that first half. Lionel Messi. Spread out wide by Milito. Banega, now Messi. It's Gago. Space here for Zabaleta. Andrews, though, behind the cross.
One thing with Argentina, the ball's got width, haven't he? If it isn't the two wingers as such, Di Maria and Messi that's staying wide, it's the fullbacks. You know, if the two players go in field, then it leaves options in the wide areas for the fullbacks to get forward, and particularly in Heinze and Zabaleta, they love pushing forward from them fullback positions.
Definitely managed to head ahead of Heinze then, but Samuel was across to cover. Here's McShane. Argentina looked comfortable in that first half, without ever really getting out of second gear, but Ireland looking to make them work a bit harder since the break. Here's John O'Shea. Zabaleta away. And here's Javier Mascherano, the Argentina captain, first name on the team sheet in Maradona's reign. Zabaleta, who found himself sidelined during that period. Gago. Mascherano. Here's Di Maria. Gago. And Ireland pushed up. And see the flag they wanted to see against Messi.
Yeah, once again, I think he wanted the ball played a little bit earlier there, Lionel Messi. They just took the time in the middle of the park between Gago and Banega. You know, never got their head up quickly enough to see the space that he was on that right-hand side. I think if the ball was delivered a little bit earlier to him, he certainly would have been in an onside position.
Samuel. Away by Zabaleta. Messi. Here's Damien Duff. Now McShane. O'Shea. Richard Dunn. Samuel's header. Here's Andrews looking to release it early for Keane. Demichelis, though, struck it against Sheridan. Zabaleta tidying up.
The understanding from midfield to attack wasn't quite there. Again, was it? You know, Keith Andrews on the ball. He tried to play it into the feet of Robbie Keane, and Robbie's trying to run in behind. He's trying to show him where he wants the ball played into, the space in behind Samuel. He was on to do it. He's played the ball in there, and Robbie's running forward. He's played it in short, and they've given away possession again, Ireland.
Here's Heinze. Now Mascherano. Messi trying to slide in Milito. Could it be a second for Argentina? Dunn got in
think early season, I think if that was a little bit later on and he was a little bit more fluent in his passing and his movement there, Milito, he would have done better. Great ball in once again for Messi to pick him out. He's his touch let him down, didn't it? Just here, just got cut under his feet there. Maybe should have taken it with his left and hit it with his right. But, just see Richard done enough to get back and make that challenge.
Was the man with the Midas touch in Jose Mourinho's all-conquering Inter side last season, Diego Milito. 30 goals, 2 in the Champions League win, and 1 each in the title clincher and the Italian Cup victory.
It was the run though, wasn't it? You know, it was the ball and the weight of the pass from Messi to pick him out, but the run in behind and his pace that he showed was terrific.
Keane saw an opportunity then from the back pass from Heinze. Hurried Romero into the clearance and gives Ireland a bit of hope again. Here's McShane. Damien Duff. Sloppiness from Argentina, and they could start to be a bit of a danger to themselves here. Green. It's casual from Kilban. Worst person to give it to as well. And look at him go. Just couldn't slide in Di Maria at the end.
What about his pace there and his balance? Absolutely tremendous, wasn't it? People trying to make challenges on him, can't get anywhere near him. And unfortunately on this occasion his final pass let him down.
He's there again with a touch back to Banega. Zabaleta trying a pinpoint cross, but John O'Shea was underneath it before it could get as far as Diego Milito. Here's Andrews. Paul Green. McShane, Sheridan.
That's something he has to work on, Killian Sheridan, is when that ball's played into him, he has to protect that ball. You know, he's giving it away far too cheaply there. You know, he's just dangling his left leg there instead of really getting his body weight across, making himself nice and big, holding the ball up, and then you can bring the midfield players into the game. Hasn't done that successfully enough so far, the Republic of Ireland.
Well, to pick Sheridan after he played for the under-21s last night ahead of Andy Keogh maybe shows just how much the Wolves man has slipped down the pecking order, but he might get an opportunity to re-establish himself in the second half. It looks as though he's getting set to come on. Here's Di Maria. Spotted Heinze in space here. Milito's made the run in the middle. Would have been behind him anyway. It's Demichelis. Argentina exerting their grip again now. Here's Gago. Mascherano. Heinze. Mascherano out to Lionel Messi. Taxing work for Fahy and for Andrews in trying to hold him off. Here's Di Maria. John O'Shea certainly taking no prisoners with Messi. Up towards Sheridan, but Demichelis wins the header. Here's Duff. O'Shea. Green.
You see the difference though, can't you? You know, when both teams have got the ball defensively, one who look fluent in their passing, don't panic, you know, everyone's making angles to receive the ball. Ball goes back with Ireland there, and then everyone's hurrying and scurrying around. It's like a hot potato to get ready as quickly as possible. That's why you've just got to try and relax and be confident in possession and take responsibility on the ball.
Here's Gago. Banega struck the back of Milito. Well, Andy Keogh's introduction is at the expense of Killian Sheridan. After 2 games in as many days, played 77 minutes last night in the 5-0 win against Estonia under-21s. Seen 56 minutes here. And the other change sees Kevin Kilban coming off, and what a night of experience this will be for 19-year-old Manchester City fullback Greg Cunningham. Only his second international cap, and some job with the man that he's got to contain.
Good luck, that's all I'll say to him. Good luck, son. Enjoy it. Try and get as close as you can and try and win a few challenges. Well, this will be a special night for young Cunningham. He'll remember this for the rest of his career, up against the great Lionel Messi.
This is his real chance to show that he is one for the future. The Galway-born player, Greg Cunningham, only made his Premier League debut back in April against Birmingham. And Keogh winning the throw. Keogh actually scored the first goal of Giovanni Trapattoni's reign against Serbia. The only international goal he scored. Here's Fahy. Push by Heinze.
Experience from Davy Duff, just felt the challenge, didn't he, from Heinze coming in behind, went to ground in a good area of the field for Ireland. We mentioned before the height that they've got going into that forward positions, the likes of McShane's going up there alongside Richard Dunn.
Well, Greg Cunningham's not going to get his chance to face Lionel Messi after all, because his race is run.
Just listen to the crowd. Well, they know when they've seen a genius in action, and he's lit up the stadium tonight. You know, none of the Irish players, unfortunately, have done that, but on this special night for football here in Ireland, at least we've had someone of his stature to come along and show his worth to the Irish public. He's been tremendous tonight.
Slipping in almost unnoticed was Lavezzi, the substitute, as that kick goes in, and as soon as they'd taken their star man off, then Argentina could have found their lead wiped out then.
Well, not happy because they feel this should be a goal kick instead of a corner. Who got the last touch? It's a difficult one for the referee. I'll just say with the reaction of Richard Dunn, I thought Richard might have just got the last touch here, or the ball just gone straight out of play. Looked like no one got a touch on it. Should have been a goal kick.
Gabriel Heinze argued about it and got himself a yellow card as a result. Argentina rattled. Shea going for the corner and making nothing of it. Heinze, who was rattled by that, gets it clear up towards Milito. Cunningham with his first act finds his goalkeeper.
But with Heinze's reaction, do you think Argentina want to win tonight? No, I think that shows a lot about their attitude tonight. They're here at the new Aviva Stadium to win.
And here's Robbie Keane, and it's broken for Keogh. Samuel managed to deny him.
Well, there was one player who wanted to win it, and Walter Samuel, and someone who didn't really put his foot in it where he should have, in Andy Keogh, because there was a chance there really to go in 50-50, win the challenge. Samuel would have been on the ground. He could have went through one-on-one with the goalkeeper. There was just a half a chance for Robbie Keane, and that's all it's been for him this evening. But the defending from Samuel initially was very good.
Heinze. Mascherano. Zabaleta. Played wide by Banega to Lavezzi, who looks to make an instant impact. It's come out to Banega, and now Mascherano. Samuel again showed plenty of commitment to come across and get there ahead of Paul McShane, and coming together between them.
Who won that one? Shoulder to shoulder, a little barge there between Walter Samuel and Paul McShane.
Samuel, a treble winner last season, showing he's a born winner, but denying his part in that, even though the referee's had a clear view of it. He's calling the two parties together.
Well, I think it's handbags at 10 paces from the two lads there, weren't they? And they were actually laughing initially, and then maybe it got a little bit more serious.
Here's O'Shea. It's Samuel's header that's conceded a corner.
Loudest cheer of the night, isn't it, from the Irish public? You know, they know this is an opportunity. It's just been a better spell in the last 5 minutes. They've looked more threatening. Ireland had 1 or 2 half chances that they might have done better from, and certainly set plays looks their best avenue to score this evening.
Damien Duff with a corner. Keogh went for it. So Tufahi that attempted an overhead kick was from Paul McShane. It's Samuel who clears. Now Andrews. Robbie Keane. Here's Dunn. Towards Keogh, Demichelis climbing with him. Fahy sliding in to find Damien Duff. Shane has stayed in the attack. Duff wins a free kick out of Javier Mascherano.
He's good at that, isn't he? That's 2 occasions in quick succession, really, where he's got free kicks. We've seen Heinze coming in about a few moments ago when he fouled Damien in similar circumstances. Mascherano there, and you know, there's just free kicks, accumulation of free kicks, and at 1-0 you're still always having a chance of getting an equaliser.
Well, there aren't going to be too many opportunities for Ireland, you sense, in a game like this, with Argentina showing a real commitment to win. But this free kick offers them a real possibility. Keane standing belatedly in an offside position from which he'll come back as soon as Duff stepped forward to take this kick. It's disappointing in the end. Cleared comfortably by Martin Demichelis.
Getting a little bit feisty out there at the moment, isn't it? No such thing as a friendly, is there? You know, it's competitive. It doesn't matter. You want to win. You know, you don't want to get the run around as the Irish players have had for long periods of this game. You know, they want to get themselves back into it. And it's nice to hear the roar from the fans here. They're certainly getting behind the team now.
There are certain teams on the international stage for whom friendly isn't in the vocabulary. Argentina certainly fall into that category. And so too do Ireland. Giovanni Trapattoni tends to pick his strongest available team. And they are stepping it up here, no question about it. Andy Keogh. Cleared by Samuel. Now McShane. Disappointed with himself for kicking the ball away in a competitive game. He'd probably risk a booking.
Well, he would normally, wouldn't he? I think his first touch really let him down. But once again, Ireland have been down this right-hand side on 2 occasions, and unfortunately the final ball in, one from Damien Duff, which he hit straight at the Argentine defence. And there Andy Keogh, he's done well, he's in a good position, just lift it in there. You know, make sure you don't hit the first man with the ball, which was an Argentinian defender. So that final ball's not been quite good enough at the moment.
Marco Tardelli holding the reins today with Giovanni Trapattoni hospitalised. Fahy looked to have been given a presentable opportunity, giving away the free kick. But watching from his sickbed, the Irish manager planning for that opening date in qualifying against Armenia 3 weeks on Friday will be a little bit happier with what he's seen in the second half, I'm sure.
Yeah, a bit more commitment. You know, I think Andy Keogh coming on is giving him a bit more legs as well. You know, obviously a bit fitter than Cillian Sheridan, who played for 77 minutes, was it, last night for the under-21. So Andy's got a point to prove as well. You know, he's at a crossroads of his career, both domestically and at international level, and he has to start proving his worth to the squad as well now.
Here's Banega. Di Maria, whose goal is still the difference between these two sides. Argentina, having played 3 previous matches against Ireland, all of them friendlies, all of them in Dublin, have won them all, and they've never conceded a goal either to Ireland. First of those games dating back to 1951 at Dalymount Park. Diego Maradona played in the second one, a 1-0 victory at Lansdowne 30 years ago. And then the last one was a 2-0 victory 12 years ago. Here's Heinze. Di Maria. Now Duff. Richard Dunn. Now Fahy. Well, with that first touch, he looked as though he carried it past Zabaleta, who couldn't get out of the way.
No professional foul there, wasn't it, from Zabaleta? He knew he was beaten by the pace of Fahy. He played it in behind him, just went across him there to bring him down. Just took all the sting out of the attack there.
Darren Gibson, who's had a taste of playing here already in Manchester United's 7-1 win over a League 11 last week. Coming on for another international run out here, and Keith Andrews the man to make way.
Well, one thing with Darren Gibson, he's got a fantastic strike on him, hasn't he? You know, he'll hit the ball from distance, and just with the possession that Ireland are getting now in advanced positions, he could be key. You know, anything that's headed out, he picks up from midfield and hits a strike from 25, 30 yards. Could pay dividends.
Cunningham's kick. And Romero left unchallenged. Carlos Tevez was named amongst the substitutes, but pretty much ruled out of action by tonsillitis. Wonder if the lollipop's easing the throat condition.
Nice to see he's looking after his diet there anyway.
Here's Zabaleta. Now Gago. Here's Heinze. Mascherano. Zabaleta. Di Maria. Heinze. Zabaleta. Melito. By Duff. There's McShane. And Mascherano. Zabaleta. Now Lavezzi. Here's Gago. Di Maria. Well beyond Melito. Kept in though by Greg Cunningham.
Well, when you look at that, Rob, when the ball was played in there from Di Maria, you're looking right, who's in the box for Argentina? Melito was in there, and that was about it. You know, they don't really overcommit players from midfield or even from the wide areas. You know, it is ones and twos that they're in there, and it's got to be the perfect ball to pick them out, and that's why, for the amount of possession that they have, they don't really score enough goals for me or create enough chances. And I think that's something that they're going to have to rectify. Although in saying it today, I think in midfield they've been far stronger in midfield today than they were at the World Cup. I think because Mascherano's got the likes of Banega and Gago in there, they've got players that are quite close together, whereas at the World Cup I thought they were a lot more open with Rodriguez and Di Maria as a three in there, you know, okay going forward, but when you had to defend there wasn't enough options back there for them. Far different tonight for them. I think they've been a lot stronger.
And that may be Sergio Batista's pitch for the job. Sometimes his predecessor might have been accused of playing fantasy football, but perhaps he's a bit more realistic. Here's Heinze. Now Mascherano to Samuel. Di Maria. It's Demichelis with a header. Now Fahy. Here's Andy Keogh. Cunningham. Green. Paul McShane. Keane showing for it, Samuel at his back. Duff!
First shot on target, isn't it? Good build-up play, didn't panic about it. It was a lovely ball in from McShane here, into the feet of Robbie Keane. That's the position he should be taking up. He's in charge. Nice knockback to Damien Duff, and easy save in the end for Romero.
Basically nearly 4.5 years since Damien Duff scored an international goal. Sweden with the opponents then. Another change on the Argentina side. Liverpool's Emiliano Insua coming on to take the place of Gabriel Heinze. Insua still a Liverpool player, despite the fact that a proposed move to Fiorentina earlier this month broke down.
I thought he'd gone, you know, because, you know, I was up at Liverpool for the game recently and I didn't even see him there, and then all of a sudden he's came back and now he's back in the Liverpool squad this season. So some mad things happening at Liverpool. Was it Aurelio who was released and now he's back at the club as well, so I don't know exactly what's going on with Liverpool as far as left backs are concerned.
In limbo at the moment, waiting for the takeover, if it is going to happen, to happen. There's Duff. Now John O'Shea. He's done. Gibson. Keogh with a little touch, which in the end did Keane no favours. Demichelis. Now Milito.
It didn't quite work there for Andy Keogh, but I've got to say in fairness to him, at least the ball from the back into the forward was on the ground. You know, they didn't have to fight for it. It was a well-placed pass into a good area, and Keogh's touch just let him down. But that's more purposeful from the passing from the midfield and the defensive perspective.
Here's Milito. Duff. Andy Keogh. Now Robbie Keane. Green. Gibson just trying to steer it through for Keogh. Nice idea, but well read by Demichelis. Banega. Di Maria. Messi switching sides to the left. John O'Shea just fending him off. And Argentina able to make another change here. Lionel Gutierrez, who's looking forward to life back in the Premier League. He's the man who will come on for Argentina, and the man they're taking off is the goal scorer, Angel Di Maria.
It's just the strength of the squad, isn't it? You know, they can bring on like for like. You know, Di Maria is a fabulous player. He's going to be hopeful that he's going to have a fabulous career with Real Madrid this season. But Gutierrez has always been a big player for Argentina. You know, under Maradona, one of the first names on the team sheet. At the World Cup, he played it right back. But I'm sure he'll be deployed as a midfield player for the remainder of this game.
In 3 games at the World Cup, Gutierrez, all of them wins. Here's Gago. Now Zabaleta, who is the right back now. Having been restored to the team by Sergio Batista tonight. Insua. Banega. Here's Lavezzi. Zabaleta. Away by Richard Dunn. It's Gago who hits it! And given just to claw that one away.
What a save this is. He didn't expect that at all, did he? She gave him, you know, the header out from Richard Dunn. It looks like there's enough pressure on the ball. It's just swerved in the air, isn't it, that strike? And it was just lucky his position was very good. He just look at the movement. He was just wondering if there was going to be a touch there from Richard Dunn. So he reacted late. Shea had done enough to get down and make the save.
Given proving his fitness to Manchester City ahead of the weekend, it's an unenviable decision that Roberto Mancini has to make for the start of the season between Shea Given and Joe Hart. He's made it pretty clear that he wants to be number one, otherwise he'll be looking for a move elsewhere. Change here for the Republic of Ireland and a debut for Keith Tracy. Keith Fahey, who made his first start tonight, having come on a substitute in the previous 2 games, coming off to be replaced by the Preston man, who was forced to withdraw from the training and development camp in May because of injury.
Another chance, isn't it, for another young lad to come on and show his worth to the squad. See if he's going to be needed for the future, for the qualifiers for the Euros. I'm sure the likes of Marco Tardelli and Giovanni Trapattoni are keeping their eye on the young players just to see how they're progressing.
Next 2 years, a balance between trying to ensure qualification for the finals in Poland and the Ukraine, but also developing the squad, bringing through the next generation. Here's Paul McShane to Gibson. John O'Shea. Richard Dunn. Made the run in.
Not the ball though, was it? Not the ball from John O'Shea. You know, that's just a hopeful ball down the middle there.
Well, you were mentioning about the turmoil at Liverpool at the moment. Kenny Dalglish, a man who's been very much in the thick of it, was involved originally in the recruitment process for the new manager, then declared that he was interested in the job itself. Roy Hodgson, the man in charge.
Alongside Pat Devlin there, who's a scout over here in Ireland, you know, and he's brought through some very valuable players, particularly Damien Duff.
Duff, who used to play under Hodgson at Fulham and now has a term under Mark Hughes to look forward to. Here's O'Shea. Now Richard Dunn. Cunningham. There's Tracy. First chance to show what he can do. He's looked for Keogh with a cross!
Great defending, wasn't it? Great play down the left between Cunningham and Keith Tracy. He just sidestepped Zabaleta. He's away. He's got decent pace. Confident lad. He's whipped the ball into the right areas. It's Samuel that goes in there with the final touch. Really good defending, but that's a wonderful cross into the box.
Here's touching the referee's view. He's given the goal kick. There's McShane. Lolita. Zabaleta. This is Gago. Insua. Mascherano. Coming across to meet Lavezzi, and here's Tracy. Certainly added a bit of impetus since he came on. To run at them again and provide another cross. Demichelis away there this time. Gutierrez.
There's been lots of changes in the second half by both sides, but it's not really detracted from the match itself, has it? You know, both teams are still trying to play. You know, we've seen enough from Argentina on possession of the ball, the way that they've passed it, the movement's been very good. Not really created as many chances as we know, but Ireland have actually improved as the second half's gone on and look more threatening, more likely to get an equaliser.
And Keane.
Maybe been better off taking a touch there, Robbie Keane, as it came into him there on his weaker left foot. You know, if you just looked at his body shape there, wasn't quite right to take the strike on. And there was enough pressure from Samuel on him to put him off, and I think if he had held it up there, that might have been better.
Well, substitutions haven't ended yet. We saw Gutierrez of Newcastle come on earlier, and his Club colleague Fabrizio Colaccini could be next. Here's Zabaleta. Mascherano. Lavezzi. Here's Insua. Mascherano. Gago. Melito. Tracy a chance. Banega. Again Banega. Here's Gago. Mascherano. Insua. Played in by Mascherano. Attempt was to line it up for Melito. It was thrust down then by Lavezzi. It's a foul by Green.
That's where they miss Argentina, Messi, isn't it? You know, they've had a lot of good play in and around the island 18-yard box there, but you're looking for someone with a piece of match. Just see this challenge coming in by Green. He was committed to win the ball, wasn't he? A little bit unfortunate there, because I thought he got a bit of the ball first. But just on that with Argentina, they haven't got that creative energy there now with Messi being off the field. Someone that's just got that vision and that weight of pass to, you know, put the ball through for one of the strikers. And in fairness to Ireland, have defended a lot better in the second half.
Fabrizio Colaccini coming on to replace the man who's exemplified Argentina's commitments, Walter Samuel. But is the job done even without that extra ingredient that Messi can offer? Argentina closing in on a victory in the first match at the new Lansdowne Road, the Aviva Stadium. Ireland did lose their first official fixture at the old Lansdowne Road against Italy. And they're heading for defeat here. Here's Gutierrez. Now Melito. Insua firing it across. Away by Cunningham. Keogh. Now Keith Tracy. Gibson gave it away to Melito. And here's Banega. Lavezzi. Gago. Played in by Mascherano. Shane climbing above Melito though. Three players following Paul Green out there. He's won the free kick.
It was a foul. I don't know why Mascherano's arguing with the referee. Missed the ball, caught the man. Certainly it was a free kick to Ireland, but you just get the feeling with Argentina, if they needed to, they could really up the tempo and their passing it, if that was the case, if they had to do it. But they are allowing Ireland the opportunity to get an equaliser at the moment, you know, and they're just giving them a bit more encouragement than I'm sure the manager would like, because this game should really be out of sight as far as they're concerned, with the possession that they've had and the areas of the field where they've had the ball and really not made the most of it, where the final ball in or their opportunities to score.
Insua. Mascherano. Now Zabaleta. Give it away to Keogh. Gibson. Here's McShane. Gutierrez trying to hold him up. McShane. Foul this time by Jonas Gutierrez.
Cheap foul to give away that one as well, wasn't it? McShane didn't have too many options there. He's looking around who he passed the ball to. There's two Argentine players on top of him, and really all they had to do was just stay behind him, let him try do something with the ball, and might have just gave it back to them.
Well, they've wasted a previous chance from a free kick, so Damien Duff can try again here. Quartet waiting for it. Again, can't clear the first man.
That was a tired ball in, wasn't it? I mean, that's he's hit from that position where he's hit the first man with it, really. Instead, he's just whipping in with a bit of pace and a bit of height and giving them, you know, the Irish boys up there, the likes of McShane and Richard Dunn, a chance to win the header.
Dunn does win that header. Kerr helped it on, but well in the direction Robbie Keane wanted it. Can Dunn do any better? Cleared away to Banega. Dunn applying the pressure, but the free kick given away. I think he just about managed to count to, well, 2 or 3 at least, didn't he, before he did what he was going to do?
Well, the referee done well.
The ball away in anger.
Well, the referee done well, didn't he? Because he just warned him. He put his finger up, didn't he? Just say, no, I'm not going down that line with you, Richard. Take it easy. And that was the difference between getting a booking or not then.
Here's Milito. That's Cunningham. Yeah, not giving it up. But Milito was still down and draws the referee's attention.
I think that was painful, because I think big Richard Dunn was trying to clear his left foot. I'm not sure if he actually got the ball first, then the man, but I think he got a bit of both. Actually caught him on the left arm there, didn't he?
Still feeling the effects. Diego Milito. Sergio Batista, who really earned his spurs by leading the under-23 side to the Olympic gold in 2008. They had 1 or 2 overage players in that team. In fact, Javier Mascherano picked up his 2nd Olympic gold in that side. Header back here. Keane could be in! And an absolutely vital challenge in the end from Martin Demichelis to deny him his big moment on his big day.
Yeah, a big smile on Robbie's face. He knew what a chance that was, but great defending from Demichelis. Good covering position, lovely flick from Keogh. Keane thought he was in, but it was a really good challenge.
Possibility again then in the final minute. Duff's corner, that was headed back dangerously. Demichelis again, and here's Tracy for Ireland. Mascherano relieved to get that one behind as Argentina look a little discomforted.
Well, there's the ball in, wasn't it? Lovely flick from Andy Keogh. Certainly he's onside there, but that's a fantastic challenge, wasn't it? Really good defending from Demichelis. Got goal side of him, just got his right foot to it. Robbie thought he'd got the equaliser.
Last chance for Ireland. Dunn and McShane going for the same ball. Still Dunn's in there. Comes out as far as Darren Gibson. By Lavezzi, and there will be 3 added minutes, so it's by no means all over for Ireland yet. Might have been had Argentina broken then, but there were enough back to ensure that Banega didn't.
And that was the one chance, wasn't it, that Robbie just had there. I mean, we haven't played particularly well throughout the course of the game. The build-up play hasn't been great. He's been feeding off scraps, in fairness to him. But there, he obviously thought he was in with a chance of getting that all-important goal on his 100th cap, but it was just good defending from Demichelis.
Here's Dunn. Keane wanted it played forward early. Away by Colaccini. Has Keane had his best chance already, or will there be another in the 2 minutes of added time that remain? Zabaleta. Banega closed down by Paul Green. Does well to escape him though. On by Lavezzi to Zabaleta. Cunningham tried to halt him. It's Lavezzi who's broken with it. Milito's in the middle. Lavezzi in the end tries to do too much.
I don't know what he was trying to do in the end, because he actually beat Green initially and should have delivered the ball in there. There was enough options in the box for him. Zabaleta coming from that right back position and Milito at the far post, and he just turned back into trouble again.
Keo away by Demichelis, but Tracy is first onto it and blocked off by Pablo Zabaleta.
That's only twice he's did that, isn't it? You know, as I say, professional foul, very clever. He knows what he's doing. He was beat by the pace of Tracy, just came across him and took him out the game. As we see Shay Given coming forward, can he get this all-important equaliser in this historical day for Ireland?
Well, you know, it's last chance saloon when the goalkeeper comes forward, but Shay Given is in there as Gibson takes the kick, and Romero doesn't look convincing, and Keane is there with the overhead kick, and he can't get the contact that he wanted, the Irish captain.
That was a chance, Rob, wasn't it? That was a real chance, because you see the ball that was delivered in there, the goalkeeper was all over the place, didn't know where it was. It came off his head twice, and Robbie went overhead kick. Normally his technique, he hit the target, just missed it, and that's the chance gone.
It might be the last chance gone. Mascherano. Gutierrez. Insua. Not quite home sweet home then at the revamped Lansdowne Road, and not quite the night of celebration that Robbie Keane had in mind on his 100th cap. Two late chances to equalise, the best moments of the night for the Irish skipper and record goal scorer, but it didn't happen for him on a night when Angel Di Maria's first half goal won the match for Argentina. Ireland 0, Argentina 1.
Surely a race for shirts now. Someone will be after Robbie Keane's. I would think he'll be trying to keep it tonight. Special shirt for him, although it didn't end his way. But that treasured shirt on his 100th cap will surely be in his possession, and someone will be after Lionel Messi's, I'm sure, who disappeared shortly after half-time. Still a good fitness workout, you would think, for most of these players before the season starts. And with the serious stuff, not far away either. It starts for Republic of Ireland in Armenia on Friday, September the 3rd. We'll have that game live for you, 4:30, Sky Sports 1 on that day. Also on Friday, September the 3rd, Northern Ireland's campaign starts in Slovenia from 7 o'clock on Sky Sports 1. And we'll also bring you Wales' first game. That's in Montenegro, 6:30 on Sky Sports 3. Steve Staunton with us. His thoughts when we come back on Argentina's 1-0 victory here over the Republic of Ireland to kick things off in the Aviva Stadium. And it was all fairly simple from Argentina's perspective. How close, though, did Robbie Keane come on the night to crowning his 100th game? That close. Grand night for Robbie Keane and his country, returning to Lansdowne Road in the Aviva Stadium, but didn't go to plan. Angel Di Maria got the goal. Not sure what that's all about. Keane thanked the fans for their support, and here he is with Andy Burton.
Well, Robbie, a proud night for you, but frustrating in terms of the game. Let's talk about the game first. What did you think of it?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a very tough game for us, playing against a world-class team. We play a team like that who keeps the ball for fun. It's it's very difficult and frustrated. So it's one of those nights we couldn't get near them, to be honest with you. The best players in the world playing. People like Messi was unbelievable again tonight. So it was a difficult night for us.
And I think the only people who didn't want you to score tonight were wearing blue and white. We were all desperate for you to get a goal. There was a couple of chances at the end, but hard for you to fashion anything, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a lot of half chances, difficult chances. We didn't really create a lot of chances for the team, so it wasn't the best game for us, obviously, but playing against a tough team, we can take a few positives from a few lads. Made a debut. Keith Tracy did well when he came on.
You got better in the second half, didn't you?
Yeah, we got better in the second half. First half was very difficult. I mean, we were just bopping it around, we couldn't get close to them. So second half we pushed high up the field, up against them, and then we made it a little bit better, easier for ourselves.
And sum up what it means, 100 caps, you've still got time on your side, you're looking at goals records now as well. What does this mean to you, 100 caps for Ireland?
Oh, I mean, it's a proud moment for me, obviously. Proud for my family also, but it would have been nice if we had topped it off with at least a result or a draw even, but it wasn't to be. We move on now, we look forward to the qualifiers.
Thanks, Robbie, well done.
Cheers.
Not his night tonight, but he joins the 100 Club with Shea Given, Kevin Kilban and this fella, Steve Staunton. Not a bad night for him, really.
No, I mean, he summed it up very well there. I think in the first half, you know, they did pop it about. But, you know, for all the lovely, pretty football, the goals come from Route 1. And I think in the second half, we started a bit brighter, went a wee bit flat, but I thought the substitutions, you know, did give us an injection.
And didn't it just have to be a controversial goal? When we're talking about Ireland, it always has to be.
What happened to the luck of the Irish? I don't know.
Well, you said it.
But here you see it. I mean, I think, you know, from the angle of the linesman and the referee, they don't see the touch. That's why I think they allow it, because if they had seen the touch, the liner would have just given it offside. But what a great finish. A lovely finish, but it's come Route 1. That's what's disappointing. As you can see, John O'Shea's in the line of the referee there. And you know, it's a wonderful finish, to be fair to the ball.
That's why Real Madrid have just paid £20 million for his services. Did you feel that Ireland did improve in the second half?
Yeah, I thought we started it a little bit brighter, second half. I felt that Robbie and Killian's spread shut off the ball to the two centre-halves, and it allowed one of the midfielders to go right in on Mascherano and made the keeper kick it long. And same when Darren Gibson came on, he filled that role as well. So we put more pressure on the ball and won it back in areas. We just didn't keep it back as well as we can.
And I think everyone in this stadium that didn't have Argentinian blood was willing Robbie Keane to get a goal tonight.
We all were. I mean, this great little flick, that's good defending, that is. You know, it's unlucky from Robbie's perspective, but, you know, look at that. Lovely little flick, glancing header. But you've got to give the defender all the credit there.
And finally, good set play, and these are the ones he normally tucks away.
Well, it's look at the keeper, he's all over the place. I mean, very difficult for him. I felt, as I think I said all night to you, you know, keepers from Southern Hemisphere and South Africa, wherever, balls with pace into the box, they struggle. And the few that did come in, they were all over the place. So we just didn't put enough in tonight. But hopefully we're saving them for the qualifiers.
Let's hope so. Robbie Keane too. Here's the man who's in charge tonight, Marco Tardelli, with Andy Burton.
Marco, another controversial goal against Ireland. What did you think of tonight's goal?
I don't know. I think for me, my opinion was outside, but I don't know. I prefer to speak about the player and the team.
But, I mean, your players maybe seem to be a bit confused about whether you could be offside from a goal kick, maybe.
No, I don't know. But I think we make pay attention. We pay attention during the match, not if offside or not. We play very well in the second half. In the first half, the team was afraid. I don't know why, and I think maybe for the night is very important night for our captain.
Did you feel sorry for Robbie that he didn't get a goal on such a special night?
Yeah, I'm very sorry because if he scored, maybe he reached the another player, no? Bobby Charlton, maybe, no?
Yeah.
Yes, it's very important for him, but I hope he will score in the next time.
Can you tell us how Giovanni Trapattoni is, and did he have any input on substitutions and things tonight?
Oh, yeah, I spoke with Giovanni before the match, but he told me, decide you what you want. And I spoke with him before, and Giovanni stayed very well. I am very happy because he has been operated, everything is okay.
He's okay, is he?
Yeah, yes.
That's good. And one final question, Marco. Some people have talked about you maybe taking over from Giovanni when he decides his time with Ireland is over. Have we seen a glimpse of the future tonight with you in charge?
I was this night. I was in the chair beside Giovanni. My chair now is beside Giovanni.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, if that was his audition, how did he do?
Yeah, he coped well. I mean, he saw it first half. We did sit off them. They're a quality side, and if you let a quality side like that pass the ball around so easy and comfortably, you know you're going to be in trouble. And we paid the price. As I said, it came from a long ball, which is disappointing. You know, all right, it's offside, but the worst thing about it is it's just a punt down the middle, which is disappointing.
Will it be different, do you think, when the real business starts in just over 3 weeks?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. We'll be a lot fitter, sharper. We'll hopefully have those that are injured back, and hopefully we'll have a settled side again. And, you know, we'll be right up there. I feel confident with this team at this moment in time that we can qualify from this group.
Nice to end on a positive. Steve, thanks for your thoughts this evening.
Thank you.
This is what's happened elsewhere on a busy night of international football. England have beaten Hungary 2-1, 2 goals from the captain having been one down. Northern Ireland have lost against Montenegro. Scotland have lost 3-0 in Sweden. And Wales have beaten Luxembourg by 5-1. This weekend on Sky Sports, loads to look forward to. Kicking off on Friday night with Leyton Orient and Charlton, 7:30, Sky Sports HD 3 and 3 in League One. And then Saturday lunchtime for the Premier League kick-off. Tottenham and Manchester City, noon, Sky Sports HD 2 and 2. And 2 games on Sunday. In the Championship, it's Forest and Leeds from 1 o'clock, Sky Sports HD 1 and 1. And the first Super Sunday of the season, Liverpool and Arsenal, 3:30, HD 1 and 1, and also on 3D. It was supposed to be Robbie's night, but Argentina were the keener this evening. Surely, though, good times are just around the corner here at Lansdowne Road. Good night.
Who said love was a losing game? I got a light, man. I feel no pain 'cause I'm